Hey guys, it's a couple days late, but I'm just finally getting stuff set up to do my Nats overview. So, deck profile, you've got Stratos, Triple Alias, Triple Thunder King, Honest, 2 Doom Cow, 2 Wang Hu, Penguin, and 2 Veilers. Spells, you've got Trip Duality, Rhoda, E-Call, Double Spark, Double MST, Super Poly, Miracle, Knock, Lance, Book, Reborn, and Double Burdens. And we've got the Solemns, Oppression, Compulse, 2D Prisons, and Mirror Force. The extra, we've got 2 Shining, 2 Zero. They're reprinting him as a super and Generation Force special, which is stupid. Gaia, reprinted in the 10s as a super, stupid. Draco Quest, Chimera Tech, Catastor, Bryo, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Stardust, Scrap, Thought Ruler. And then my 15th was going to be Utopia, but they didn't let Exceeds be legal for Nats. So I ended up only playing 14 because I couldn't find a Trish. Side deck was Duradark, Cyber Dragon, Warrior Lady, 3rd Veiler, 3rd Wang Hu, Closed Forest, Super Poly, Dark Hole, Double Bottomless, Pulling the Rug, Chivalry, Dust Tornado, and the MVP was 2 Summon Limits. A little bit about my choices here. The summon limits absolutely shut down anything plant, Tengu, etc. related. I had a guy go, he goes Lone Fire into Dandy and throws the other Lone Fire in grave, and I'm like, play it out. So he does, and I chain summon limit when the second Dandy hits the field, or when the second Lone Fire hit the field, and he scooped. The Dust is of course for Gravekeepers. Glads and Herald. Never had to play Herald. It acts as a 3rd warning to a lot of stuff. Sighted in for Glads and anybody that was sighting into Thunder Kings or Cyber Dragons. It would have been for Mirror Match, but I never played Mirror Match. I sighted Dark Hole and main Knock instead. If I went 2nd in a game, I would sight into Dark Hole, so I would have another out if I needed it. The 3rd Wang Hu to shut stuff down. Oops, that's out of order. 2nd Super Poly. I don't think I ever used it. Closed Forest. I had 2 Gravekeeper matchups. It wrecked there. Then the 3rd Wang Hu for shutting stuff down. 3rd Veiler for junk stuff. Warrior Lady for Glads and Sams. Never played Sams. Cyber Dragon, which I don't think I ever sighted into. And Duradark was for pretty much every matchup. I sighted into him all the time. He's going into main. Some things I'm going to take out of the main are the Burdens and the 2nd Wang Hu. I'll keep it 1 main, 1 sided on the Wang Hus. I might side the Burdens. Burden absolutely shut down TG, and I was playing a scrap guy. He got into Thought Ruler, plus like 5,000 life points off of him. I ended up top decking into Burden and summoned Alias to suicide off the Thought Ruler, and then came back to win from there. So I might side those. I'm not exactly sure yet, but regardless, Duradark is going to hit the main, and I might do Breakers or Chaos Sorcerer or something like that. As for my matchups this weekend, rounds 1 and 2 were Gravekeepers. Round 1, I lost game 1, and then top decked for like 5 turns straight to win games 2 and 3. That was my first time I used Duradark. He was beat sticking me with a Cyber Dragon, and I top decked Duradark, and he let it go. And I contacted into Chimera Tech, and then flipped Miracle, and beat sticked him to death with them both. Game 2 was Gravekeepers, which I beat out. Round 3 was Plant Synchro. I lost to Catastor in rounds 1 and 3. He just brought it out and sat behind it. I couldn't get over it for some reason. Round 4 was Tengu Plants. I normally wreck Tengu matchups, but it wasn't Tengu that beat me. Game 3, he dropped Gorge 3 turns in a row. He dropped it during his turn. He bounced it for Zephyros, synchroed off a bunch. My turn, I got over everything, attacked through again, let him drop Gorz, Dark Hole, summon another Thunder King, in turn. All he does is Pot of Avarice and drew back into the Gorz. So the next turn I went to attack through and he Gorzed again. So I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Round 5 was Scraps, which I beat. Mentioned how Top Deck Burden actually won me that match. Round 6 was Tengu Plants. Just wrecked it like I should. Round 7 was Glads. My easiest matchup ever. I've never lost to in tournament, and he was the only guy to 2-0 me this weekend. He had all 3 Lances, a Chalice, at least 1 Safe Zone, Trap Stun, and Dust Tornado, all within the first 5 or 6 turns. All my D-Prisons failed, my Mirror Force failed, my Sparks failed. If I got an attack to go through that would kill something, he chained the Safe Zone. Game 1, I went to Oppression Gyzaris. He changed Trap Stun, pops off my 2 monsters, and attacks for game. Game 2, he goes to tag out, I flip Oppression, and he Trap Stuns, and then the next turn when he went into Gyzaris, I go to Oppression, and he changed the Dust Tornado. So he had every possible out to everything I did, so I guess hats off to him. I mean, it's the first Glads guy to ever beat me, much less wreck me so bad. Round 8 was TG Tengu. Burden absolutely shut that deck down. He could do nothing but set, and I had a Thunder King out, so he'd just be like, set, run it over with Thunder King. He couldn't search off the Tengus, or off the any of the TG effects because of the Thunder King, and he couldn't attack over it because of Burden. So that was my first 2-0, and then I also 2-0'd round 9, which was Junk Chaos. It was like a 46 card Junk Doppel, Light Sworn, Chaos Sorcerer. It's like he mixed Chaos Plants and Junk Doppel or something. I saw where he was going with it. It seemed decent. He couldn't get it as consistent as it should have been. So I ended up 6-3 on day 1. I placed 274th out of 1,847. I had 18 points, 19 points day 2'd. So you needed at least 6 wins and a draw or something like that. So I was pretty damn close. I'm pretty happy with that for my first Nats. Going top 15% of Nats. I can live with that. So that's pretty much it. Here pretty soon I'll probably do a new deck video with the changes and stuff that I actually make and whatnot. So look forward to that. And I will see you guys later.